White, First Southern National Bank, Princeton Rotary Club, Fredonia Valley Bank, and Princeton Lumber. Please thank them. Call during showtime hours at 270.
Screeching brakes means your bank account's about to take a hit, but getting $75 back. Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Care Centers. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 6/30/19.
This is the sound of the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal being calculated by a cheeseburger lover.
2 burgers. Just 2 DQ doubles, which only $5?
And this is the sound of that checking them.
Wait. 2 DQ cheeseburgers, $1. I'm burger rich.
The DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal. DQ. Happy tastes good. Price and participation may vary.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Today, showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly this afternoon. Mostly cloudy early, high 84. Tonight, you might want to grab an umbrella. Showers and thunderstorms, a low 68. And then a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning. Otherwise, partly sunny, a high near 80. Sunshine finally returns for Friday with a high near 87. Chance of rain on and off all weekend, highs pushing 90. Again today, showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon, high 84. It's 76, 8:35 with Tess and Ty and Coffee Talk.
Of course, Steve Kukahiko from the pool, otherwise known AKA as A. They're talking today. Guys have
Undressed, looking at Ty this morning.
Thank you. I'm not the only one. He does every day. Walks in with a different bow tie.
It's just so thank you for it's good to have you.
It's been a busy summer so far for us, and fortunately, I got one of my guards with me today. Hopefully, she'll talk this morning a little bit if you've asked her a few questions. But yeah, it's we've been blessed. The first time I came in and talked to you, I was hoping for 90-degree weather for all summer long, so it really helped the pool. And we've only had 2 or 3 days that we've kind of had to close because of the inclement weather, and hopefully we can hang on a few more days and get back on track again.
Now, this young lady right here, this is our lifeguard, right?
Sid Nichols.
One of our lifeguards, yes.
And Miss Sid. Now, and you've had training for all this too, right?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
And see, that's one thing I want to make sure everybody knows, that they aren't just sitting out there in a lawn chair. You know, they don't pick them up off the couch and take them out there and say, "There you go, save somebody, throw them a life raft." That's not the way it works.
Steve
right?
and I have talked about this before. It is quite an investment to be a lifeguard, isn't it?
It is, and Sid could probably tell you more about it because Sid has worked with the park for, this is her 3rd or 4th year.
Yes, sir, 3rd year.
And you know, and not only Sid, but there's several good ones out there. And unfortunately, 8 o'clock in the morning scared them a lot during the summer. They just didn't feel like they need to get out of bed. And so, but Sid was one of those that was gracious enough to, when I asked her yesterday after you had called, and I said, "Hey, I need somebody to go in the radio." She was the first one that plugged in, so I'll go. So thankful to Sid. Yes, it is very strenuous what they have to do. They are certified. They're like Ms. Cowan said, they just don't get off the couch and go out there. They have to go through a swim test, a CPR test, and down at Murray. It's expensive, but they take care of it, and that allows us to know that if they can pass out, you know, and they will send them a certificate, then it's up to us to hire them if we feel like we needed more. And so, yeah, Sid's been one of those. She's been a good one along with a few others out there that's got us, and so we're very, very fortunate.
Well, I like the fact because that makes it, as a mama, you know,
Right.
when you send your kids out there, and my kids are not the best swimmers. I'm not going to say they are because they're not. And they don't spend a ton of time in the water. So when they do come up on a summer, you know, and they say, well, you know, my might not be the best. Not only do you have certified and really trained well lifeguards that are sitting there to make us feel better as parents. Right. And makes you guys feel better too. Right. You know, you've got a lot of kids under, you know, in your hands. But these guys they teach swim lessons as well, right?
That's correct. We teach, when we're in our second session, we go for 2 weeks. We go Monday through Thursday. For 2 weeks, with Friday as our backup day if the weather during the week, and we postpone it. Yesterday, I think we had 11 maybe in the afternoon.
crazy.
That's great.
It was
Afternoon.
crazy.
And then I think with this in the mornings we have like 6 or 7. So we're trying to provide. We tell parents and grandparents or whoever their guardians are, we're not going to make them a Michael Phelps in 2 weeks, okay? But we are going to try to do some of the things that we've kind of thought in our minds would help kids get their heads underneath the water. We've got, I think in 2 weeks we've had about 3 3-year-olds, and the rest of them up to about age 9 or 10. Some of them are repeating some swimming lessons from the last year. Some can swim, but like you said, it's comforting to know if a parent goes to the pool that there's guards like Sid and others out there that will watch their child, but they can relax as well, the parents.
Oh, thank you.
They don't really have to worry too much about it. The only thing that we caution a lot of the kids is that there's other kids in the pool. Let's just be respectful in a lot of ways. If they're out there, we want these kids to enjoy the summer. We want them to come to the City County Park or various places around this area. But we have guidelines, we have rules to go by. And these lifeguards, a few of them do what we ask them to do. A few of them are a little scared right now, blowing whistles and keeping kids from running and things like that. But they will eventually get there. Because like I said, we've only been open probably about 3 weeks, so it's been good.
Well, and when especially, it's not just for people that go swimming all the time either. You think about swimming lessons. Oh, well, that's just for the kids that live at the pool all winter. No, when you're going fishing with your kids on the weekends, or even as adults, and we go fishing. What happens if our intention is not to fall in. I might not be the most coordinated person in the world, and if I fall in, swimming now is a survival thing.
Right.
It's not just something fun to do on the weekend. It's actually, could mean life and death for somebody. So, I mean, what about adults? Can adults come and take a refresher course if they're going to stay on the lake all summer?
Well, we have a couple that have interested in it. We've got a couple of people, lifeguards, like Sid and a few more that would be willing to give to private lessons during our times. We're just, like I said before in our earlier interviews, we have swim lessons in the morning and the afternoon to provide for those parents that work in the mornings and can't get there, or vice versa, work in the evening. So we try to accommodate those situations as well. We tell our lifeguards one of the main things we do in our interviews, and plus when we get them all for our preseason meeting, is that I'd rather you be safe than sorry. If you see a person out there that's struggling, just blow your whistle, jump in the water. Everybody knows what's going on, and then at least if some of the other lifeguards can assist, because as supervisors out there, when we hear whistle blows, we're just going, oh, what's going on? And so we immediately run outside to see if there's anything that we could do to help. And to the kids that are out there, they do a respectful job of that. We've had some young ones, which I've always been cautious of, they're just nervous about being on the stand when you got a bunch of kids and blowing the whistle and then trying to get in, regardless if they need help or not. At least we're doing. And if parents see this, then I think that makes us feel good and makes them feel good that somebody's watching their kid or other kids in the pool.
Well, and to be honest, I have teenagers in my house, so they don't necessarily want to admit in front of their friends, I don't know how to swim. That's embarrassing. And a lot of times they get themselves in trouble very quickly before they realize it, because, hey, well, he's going off the diving board and I can go, well, I'll be fine. I can dog paddle. Well, sometimes dog paddling don't work. I mean, it's, but they can get themselves in trouble very quickly.
Sid, tell us a little bit about your lifeguard experience. What do you enjoy about it, and how rewarding is it to work with those kids out at the City County Park?
Well, swim lessons have really opened me up to the community, like just seeing the different things, different children that would live here, and the ones that, you think some kids can they just go at it. You think they're going to need so much help, and they can just go at it. And it just amazes me that how these kids they come out here almost every day. You have the kids that have the passes, and they can just brighten your day when you don't even expect it to happen.
Right.
They're just, it's a blessing to work with.
And you're really helping these young people with skills. I know when you're 3 years old and you've never been in the water and you're trying to put your head underwater, that's a scary thing. But these fine lifeguards that you have out there at the City County Park, I know my kids took lessons out there as well. So
I did.
It's a wonderful process, and I think it really makes the kids very comfortable to work with these young adults out there.
It does, and you know, and Sid can attest to this as well. A lot of times that when we set up our scheduling for lifeguards, the kids come out there on the very first day. We tell our lifeguards, be their friend, because they are scared to go underwater. And they're always constantly looking at who brought them, the grandmamas or the granddaddies or the parents or something, and they don't want them to get out of sight. And so we try to get them off to the side a little bit. We encourage the parents to kind of let the kids and the lifeguards become associated together. Well, Sid she gets embarrassed, but she's very humble, and a lot of other ones are like this. On the first day, we'll get some of the kids, and I'll introduce the lifeguards to the kids and the kids to the lifeguards. Well, after they go through a day of training, the next day, Sid may not be there. Well, Mommy, where's Sid? Well, Sid's not
Don't
there.
want to swim.
Well, I don't want to swim. And that's we encourage the parents that we're not going to have the same kids there every day.
Right.
We want the kids to get used to other people, so when they go other places,
And they're comfortable.
Yes, and so, but yeah, there's Sid's one of the few that are asked to come every day and be a part of that. But like I said, it's a good group of kids to work with, and we don't have to worry too much about them.
Well, I'll tell you. Now, there's some questions that everybody, there's these, what do you call them, myths or old wives' tales or whatever. Can you eat when you swim? What are some of these that, maybe we might want to know? Like rules about eating and swimming. You got to wait for a while?
Yeah, we don't, no food in the pool. We have a break every 10 minutes to the hour. You go to the concession stand, you can get food. You can really go to concession whenever you want, but that's just when most people do it. You eat, and then we blow the whistle, but there's no food allowed in the pool at all. You can swim as soon as you eat, though. We don't.
It's not like the old,
you don't have to wait
the old
half an
2 hour
hour.
rule.
Yeah, they don't do the old 30 minutes
You're
till
right.
you can get in the pool.
Well, tell us about that good concession stand out there, because I'm hearing good things about it, and eating is a big part. There's kids that are eating lunch out there, and adults are eating lunch. Tell us about the concession
Tell
stand.
them, Sid,
Well, we have tons of things. We have our fries, cheese fries, which are a huge seller.
Oh, hello.
We sell those all the time. We have our pizzas, nachos, our pickles and pickle pops, which kids love.
That's the big thing now, the pickle pops, isn't it?
Everyone loves them.
Oh, yum.
Well, it really helps with dehydration, though, from what I understand.
It is, and like Sid said, we've got a wide variety of things going on out there, and we've even added. I think I told Ms. Callan earlier, we've started a combo meal, and just we're trying to every year do something a little bit different, and just to get instead of having the same stagnant stuff you do every year. Add something, do something different, and of course that's what we're trying to do at the park is doing that. And but yeah, our concession stand is really helped us this year. Unfortunately, the person has to go to Sam's once or twice a week and get tired of doing that, but that's okay.
Make
That's
the
just
old
part
run.
That's just part of the job, I guess.
Well,
But,
and you've got picnic tables and that sort of thing out
Yeah.
there too. I mean, if they're
pavilion.
thinking they're sitting down on the sidewalk or whatever. No. There's a pavilion and shade and picnic tables, and they can come out and have lunch with the kids and then let the kids swim, right?
And I think that you're correct. And the pavilion down there, obviously, that's another need that we provide. I guess if those that want to have parties, birthday parties, or whatever they want to do, then come swim or something like that. A lot of churches rent it on their services. They come down, have their evening services there, and then come to the pool and swim. So that's a plus. And then some people have birthday parties out there, and then they come and swim. So there's a wide variety of things that we're trying to do out there. Unfortunately, that some of the cost is really expensive on doing some of those things. So we've got some bright ideas. Hopefully during the off season that we can get moving on for next year, so it'd be a little different.
Night
So-
swim was one that I loved. That's one of my favorites.
And that's one of the things that Sid had asked me if we were going to talk about it. Yes, and I mentioned to you all earlier about another event that's trying to come up. The night swim starting in July will be changing somewhat. Right now we have them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Possibly, if all the details get worked out, we're going to move it to Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay.
And then the Tuesdays will be set aside for another kind of event that we're trying to promote out there as well. We're going to partner with another group and see what we can generate some more interest out there. But right now, to be honest with you, I was looking at the schedule yesterday. I think for the next, till school starts, we're booked every Friday and Saturday for pool parties.
Hey, that's great.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, and we encourage people, if you want a birthday party or if you want to rent a pool, please call our number at 270-365-7811. Supervisor will take that information down. Hopefully we've got a day to open. If not, then we can move it around. We do ask for a deposit to hold that spot. We don't want to take it over the phone and somebody not show up and we miss out on somebody's birthday party. So there's a lot of things that we will try to provide the best we can. And I think this weekend is the ham radio. Is that correct?
Yes, it's usually the last weekend in June. Yeah. So the Ham Radio Club uses the pavilion. We're out there 24 hours operating, and that's open to the public to come by and see how emergency responders and ham radio operators work together. It's really a worldwide event.
And I think we're going to assist in that as well. In talking to Mr. Taylor, who had called me, and we've organized that. So, this weekend will be out there. Hopefully your weather forecast makes it good for them out there as well. Cross our fingers. And we provide a lot of things out there. We want people to come and just see it. Whether you swim or not, just say, can I look around?
Well, and you've got a lot of new options this year as far as pool, like the punch.
Yes.
That gets me every time. Punch card pass. And can you tell us a little bit? And some people may not know what that is.
Well, the punch card pass is we come up with it this year. Our supervisors did. Instead of some of the people paying the normal fee of a season pass, maybe only coming 5 or 6 times a year, and we understand that. Well, we come up with a punch card pass. You get a 10-day punch card pass or a 20-day. And we minimize the cost on that. And that way, when you come in, we just punch it, and when you run out, you have opportunity to buy another punch card or however you want to work that. So it's just another added benefit that we're trying to help the people in the community to come out and do this. And so it's gone well so far. We try to provide. We can't provide everything that we get suggestions on. We will try to do our best to do that, but sometimes we just can't do that. So that's where we are. But the pool parties, people are booking so graciously, and that really the only thing that we draw from and benefits the park is our pool. We try to provide for different levels of either baseball or practice or football practice or whatever the fields. And we don't really charge anybody to use those things. We just ask that you kind of coordinate it with us because we don't want to have 3 teams out there at the same time.
Right.
Well, I know a few years ago when the Ham Radio Club was out there were folks from Clarksville having a softball tournament out there. So, and those fields you've had volunteers come out there. I know the Vision West Kentucky group has been out there helping spruce up the park, and that's a big plus on for the City County Park for the volunteers.
And they provided them and Youth Incorporated did provide some dirt that they have at our fields and put it on our fields, and so there's still a lot of needs out there, but we're working with some other groups, maybe removing some of the dugouts and replacing those because over the period of years, and they've been there a long time, there's been some damage to them, and we'd like to see something else. I think the more we do out there, and I say we, this is a community effort. Forgive me for saying this. It's not just us. It's a community provided. As long as people know that we're trying to do something, I think we'll draw off of that. Now, where we draw for the restaurants or whatever it is, it's just something we provide out there.
Well, and it's nice to have something right here at home where you don't have to drive an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. It's right here. And if we take care of it and the more interest and we really kind of take that on and hug it a little, and take care of it, then it's going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
Sid, tell us again. I just had a text. They want to know more about swimming lessons again. They caught the tail end of it. So tell us again when the swim lessons happen at City County Park.
Swimming lessons are a 2-week long period. So if we've already started this 2 weeks, so you can come to the next 2 weeks. We do in the morning from 9:30 to 10:30, or afternoons from 9 to 9:50. Sorry, 9 to 9:50. Okay. My bad.
That's
afternoons.
Okay.
What's afternoons?
5 to 5:50.
5 to 5:50, and then of course we start our night swim some nights or pool parties. But we really just try to get the kids in the water the first couple of days, get them to know us. Diving boards and also the slides are something we try to get them acquainted to, and just really see of course, they're not going to be the best swimmers in the world when they get done, but we do try our best to make sure they have their basics down and that they're in the water and they're comfortable with what they're doing.
Good ages to start?
I would say around, we have some 3-year-olds, which I think is kind of young, but I would say 4 and 5 is perfect age, and we go up to about 9, 10.
I think that sounds great. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. I know it's early for her.
Thanks for what you're doing out there. I mean, for our communities. And, Steve, what can we do to further advance and help the city county park and the pool and everything?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I think her name is Sarah. Is there a Sarah? Somebody from the radio station or somewhere. I'm sorry, wrong social media. It's times later. I mean, if sometime, usually Fridays are great for us.
Okay.
Because we get Hopkinsville Rec. They bring their school bus over.
Okay.
A lot of kids. I don't want to scare nobody off. We want you to come. Okay. Even though there may be a bunch of kids there, please do that. And if it's a good, hot, sunny day, Hopkinsville Rec comes over. Miss Rudd, the director over there, always coordinates that with us. And the SAC program here in Princeton. They bring out some kids that do that, and last Friday was a great day for us. I mean, obviously there's a lot of kids in the pool. We really challenge our guards to be, focused on each certain area they're responsible for, and everything goes well. But if you want to come out and do a radio show and talk to some of the people one of these days, if you have the opportunity to do that.
Did you say, did I want to come push Ty in the pool?
Yeah,
is that what you said? I would
we
love
might have to do the show poolside.
Could Todd be there too? That's what I've been aching to do that for 20
you
years.
Push me and hang out with Todd. I hear it.
Well, we could do this since y'all brought it up. We can have you all to be our lifeguards.
Oh.
Our whatever the word I'm looking for is.
It had to be honorary, right?
Honorary lifeguards. You can sit on the stand, and you two, along with Todd, and we can even throw Mr. Roy Jean Rogers.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, now you're talking. If I get to push him in, it's on.
I mean, obviously, we could use you four and maybe draw. We'd have to probably shut the gate after so many people came in.
There'd be a line.
It'd be a draw, wouldn't it?
And so, but yeah, anytime y'all want to come out, and if you want to do that, I'm not saying you
No, I'd love to.
And just kind of do a quick.
I say you make him do it now.
We talked about the old WPKY pool party a couple years ago. Remember that? That'd be yeah. So
at least the people that hopefully listen to the radio station will hear this and they'll say, "Hey, let's go check it out."
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Obviously, if you just come out and check it out, you may or may not like the facility that we have out there, but we think as in the staff out there think we're going in the right direction.
You all have done a great job. You really have.
We want to strive to keep doing.
From a couple of people that have been around a minute in Caldwell County and know what it looked like, I'm going to say a few years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. The park. You've done a wonderful job out there, and the pool looks nice. The grounds look nice. The fields, I mean, everything is kept up really well, and make sure that you pick up your trash when you're out there.
Yes.
It'll save them a whole lot of time if you just clean up after yourself when you're out there.
Well, there's just been a massive investment in that pool out there the past several years. It's an important resource for our county. I think the board really has a wonderful vision as to where it's going to go, and thank you. You've been the director now for several years, and thank you for these wonderful young people that go out there and keep our kids safe and make everything flow nice and smooth. It's just a wonderful resource for our county.
Well, and they're the ones that make
city.
it. The kids, they really are. I mean, their willingness to come out there during the summer when they could be doing something else or another job. So I'm thankful that I get to work with these people because they teach me something every day, good or bad, but they do teach me something.
Well, when the kids are asking for it, that's a good thing.
Yeah, when we encourage the parents when they come up to me and say, "Oh, the kids are doing a great job," I said, "I'd appreciate it if you go tell the kids.
Right.
They're the one giving your child the swim lessons. Don't tell me. I know what they are. I know what they do. I know what they can do."
I'm the smart guy that hired them right there.
But yeah, please tell the lifeguards that they appreciate the efforts and what they're doing for their child.
Hey, we appreciate you being here and everything that you do.
Thank you,
Hey,
Sid.
that's
Thank
twice
you so
now.
much.
I've had you in the studio and I didn't make him talk football.
Not yet, but
Hey.
we're gonna work on it.
I'm being good. I am. It's all I can
I
do.
seen CJ back there a while ago. I think he's ready to talk.
Hey,
He was fired up about you coming.
He sleeps, breathes football, and he found out that Coach K was coming in the door. And guess who got up at 3:30 this morning just to
Attaboy,
see your
CJ.
face walk through that door? I'm telling you, football is on at my house. 8:57 with Tess and Ty and Coffee Talk, and we sure do appreciate our guests that come in this morning. And, of course, a huge show tomorrow, the Brown Show. That's what we're going to call it, right?
It's
Todd's been kicked out. It's no longer the Todd Show. It's the Brown Show.
Todd will be there, but he's got two Browns to corral. We got Scott Brown from your Sports Edge and David Brown. Going to be on the sideline report tomorrow. No telling who else. So
hey,
it's
that's
be a great
one
show.
you could almost make wagers on that one. Which one?
He won't have any trouble filling up the hour. I can tell you that.
No. That's going to be a great show. So make sure you stick around for that tomorrow. And of course, Audrey Lamb is going to be up in just a little bit with your full newscast. And lots going on in the weather this afternoon. It's kind of unstable and up in the air a little bit. She's going to be talking to David Powell in just a little bit and get you caught up on the full, not only the weather forecast. We'll have that for you here in just a few. But they're going to explain to you why the sunshine is it kind of debates on what's going to happen and how severe it will get this afternoon. That depends a lot on the sun throughout the day. So they're going to explain that to you in full in just a little bit. So, stick around.
Keep your eye to the sky and your ear to WPKY. We'll keep you informed about that.
Test and Tide, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Rogers Pet Grooming.
The WKDZ Barn Bash is coming to the Western Kentucky State Fair in Hopkinsville. Friday night at 7 on June 28th at the Convention Center. Rising country stars Quiva and Blaine Howard will perform a benefit show for Pennyroyal Hospice. 6:30. Show 7. Make a donation to Pennyroyal Hospice and pick up a free WKDZ Barn Bash shirt. Quiva is live at the Western Kentucky State Fair on June 28th.
How do you know if it's really love? You just do. I don't know how.
See and hear Blaine Howard live on June 28th.
I promise to love her with.
Bring the whole family out for a night of free country music at the Western Kentucky State Fair Convention Center. Admission to the WKDZ Barn Bash is free with your paid fair admission.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump meets with supporters and a fundraising committee in Florida today after his 2020 campaign kickoff rally in Orlando last night.
The president warned the other party is after different goals.
Our radical Democrat opponents are driven by hatred, prejudice, and rage. They want to destroy you, and they want to destroy our country as we know it.
The president won Florida in 2016 by less than 1.5%.
Fox's Evan Brown. More people around the world are fleeing their home countries.
War and other violence have produced 71 million refugees in the world. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees says that's up more than 2 million from last year. War-torn Syria leads the way with about 13 million people displaced over the past 8 years. Venezuela's produced about 4 million refugees recently.
That's Jill Nato. This is Fox News.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Brantley Furniture.
This is the sound of the 2 new Reese's Lovers Blizzard treats being made at DQ. But it's not what they really sound like. Listen closer. That's the sound of the extra chocolate in the Reese's Chocolate Lovers Blizzard treat. Or maybe more peanut butter is your thing in the Reese's Peanut Butter Lovers Blizzard treat. And whether you pick chocolate or peanut butter, your favorite Blizzard treats just got happier. DQ, happy tastes good at participating locations.
36 days. That's how long it takes the average company to find their next hire. Glassdoor can help you quickly find the right job candidate in half the resumes. From 62 million job seekers, Glassdoor only matches you with qualified candidates who have the skills and experience your small business needs to grow. And Glassdoor hires are committed. They're 30% more likely to stay with your business longer. Go to glassdoor.com/hire. Glassdoor. Find the right fit for your business.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Mostly cloudy this morning and showers and thunderstorms likely this afternoon after 4 o'clock with a high near 84. Tonight, grab your umbrella on the way to church. Showers and thunderstorms, low 68. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning, then partly sunny in the afternoon, high near 80. And sunshine finally returns on Friday with highs near 87. Again, mostly cloudy, 84.
Brought to you.
Love our call. You can to show easier. Or just come to in a hurry. At Hancock Market, of course. You're smiling. If you're in a neighborhood market.com is the way to good market.
Victim of debt or credit spanking have lessened your being taken up. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a